Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be looking at the Samsung Galaxy A12 2021 model. Now this new model offers all the same specs as the previous model, but instead they swapped out the Helio P35 processor found in the original model and swapped it out for an Exynos 850 processor. Now previous reviews of the original A12 reported plenty of stutters and stammers during everyday use. So Samsung are hoping to sway opinions in the opposite direction with this new Exynos 850 processor inside. So let's dive in. Okay, so first off let's go through the design and specs of the Galaxy A12 2021. Up front you get a 6.5 inch HD display with a resolution of 1600 by 720. This has a pixel density of 270 ppi. This is a PLS display, which is a proprietary display made by Samsung, which they claim offers better viewing angles and a 10% increase in brightness over IPS, with cheaper manufacturing costs. But this is a pretty standard resolution, especially with phones at this price point, and it's a perfectly usable display, but users that do a lot of content consumption may prefer a 1080p panel. This is also just a 60Hz display, so no high refresh rate supported here, and there's a pretty sizable chin on the bottom and a teardrop notch at the top which houses the 8MP f2.2 selfie camera, which can record 1080p video at 30 frames per second. There's no mention of any Gorilla Glass protection, but again at this price it is to be expected. Flipping the phone over and you get a plastic back with the top 3/4 of the phone a textured striped back, while the bottom is a smooth finish with the Samsung logo in the middle. As you can see, I've got the blue colour, but this phone is also available in black and red. The original model is also available in white. Up in the top left corner houses the quad camera system, which consists of a 48MP f2.0 main camera with autofocus, a 5MP f2.2 123° field of view ultrawide, and then two 2MP macro and depth cameras, both at f2.4. So in comparison to other budget smartphone cameras, this has a smaller f2.0 aperture and a lower res ultrawide, but we'll see how this copes in the real world. As we all know, numbers don't tell the whole story. So here's a few samples taken with the Galaxy A12, and I've also taken the same photos with the Motorola G30 so you can see how it compares. And of the two, from the main camera, I do actually prefer the photos taken with the A12. Despite being a lower resolution camera, the A12 photos retain more detail than the G30. As you can see on the body of the lovebirds, the G30 photos look softer. Colour profile is similar between the two, and the ultra-wide shots are pretty comparable, but cropping in you will notice that the A12 has less detail due to the drop to 5MP from 8MP on the G30. And both phones offer a digital zoom, topping out at 8 times on the G30, but this is increased to 10 times on the A12, but personally I wouldn't go any further than 4 times. Anything beyond this is not really usable. But I'll be doing a more in-depth camera test with the Galaxy A12, including video tests and also battery checks, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. There are 4 RAM and storage options available. 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage is the base model, but you also get 4 and 32, 4 and 64, and 4GB of RAM and 128GB of base storage, all of which are expandable via microSD card up to 1TB. And as for performance, as I said before, the Galaxy A12 2021 comes with the in-house Exynos 850 processor, which offers improved performance over the Helio P35 on the original. This processor is also found on the Galaxy M12 and the Galaxy A21s. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any reviews on other budget Samsung devices. And personally, performance for me has been absolutely fine. I've not had any stutters or hiccups during my everyday use, and One UI is one of the better UIs on a smartphone. Apps open really quickly, switching between apps is smooth and responsive. The only stutter I had was whilst doing a bit of gaming, but nothing that makes this a deal breaker. And going by the numbers on Geekbench would indicate this processor as being far below all of the competition, and to be fair, it is below every other phone I've tested, even the Snapdragon 460 powered Motorola G10, but try not to look into the numbers too much, because like I said before, performance has been fine, nowhere near what the Geekbench numbers would suggest. And power from the A12 2021 comes from a large 5000 mAh battery, which is the norm for budget devices. This supports 15-watt charging, which is about right in this segment, but unfortunately charging is particularly slow, going from 0 to only about 20% after 30 minutes, with a full charge taking around 3 hours. So if you're in need to charge quickly, you won't get that here. So that's my quick look at the Samsung Galaxy A12 2021. And while this doesn't offer the best value for money, there are Motorola devices which offer vastly improved performance for the same price or less. If you do like One UI, this is a pretty compelling option. Its standout feature for me is definitely the battery life, but it does have a decent main camera which produces some nice natural photos with good detail. But let me know in the comments what you think of the Galaxy A12. Is it a phone that you have or you're looking at buying? Do you have another Samsung budget phone or another budget phone in general? Drop some comments down below and let me know if there are other Samsung devices that you want me to do some videos on. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're into videos like this, and hit a like button on this video if you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.